Okay, thank you for coming. We are starting a very interesting series here on the prophecies in Islam. This is going to be very exciting. You will be amazed. So let's just jump into it. So we're going to talk about a hadith, and a hadith is actually a statement which has been preserved from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's many different books and collections which preserve these statements. The one which we're going to be quoting out of is Sunan Ibn Majah. Now, this is also available online, and all these links and all the references which I will be quoting for you will be available for you in the description of this YouTube video. And that's what makes this really cool. All the references and whatever we quote, it's just at a click away. So let's just get started here. So the hadith states over here, in fact, we probably read over here, the hour will not begin until you, referring to the Muslims, fight people with small eyes and wide faces, as if their eyes are the pupils of locusts, and as if their faces are hammered shields. They will be, now check out these characteristics. They will be wearing shoes of hair, using leather shields. Don't forget this one right here, using leather shields, and tying their horses to the date palm tree. So we know inside Islamic history that there was a group of people who invaded the Islamic world. They were called the Mongols, and they committed horrible, horrible destruction. Now, this happened right around the year 1220. It was right around 600 years after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made these prophecies. And what we're going to find is that these group of the Mongols, they fit every single characteristic which Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam prophesied. And here are those. Again, I'm actually missing one. The one which I'm missing here is the boots of hair. But anyways, let's keep going. All right, so let's take a look. Do Mongols really have small eyes? Well, actually, small eyes, to refer to the Mongols, is very accurate. We see over here, in fact, I could probably bring you a reference here. If you just look at the kind of eyes the Asian people have, in appearance, their eyes definitely look much more smaller. So that's the first characteristic which we can say accurately describe the Mongols. Do they have flat faces? Because remember, they said that Prophet ﷺ said they would have flat faces. Well, we know from modern science today that the Mongoloid feature or the Mongoloid face is indeed flat with a flat nose. So those are two characteristics which came true. Now, they said that they would have leather shields. Is that true? Did the Mongolians really invade with leather shields? That, once again, is absolutely correct. We see over here from the references which I'm quoting, this is actually a book, The Empire of the Mongols by Michael Bergen, page 32. It said that the Mongolian soldiers, all soldiers carried a shield made of wicker and leather. That's exactly what we read in the prophecy, that they will be using leather shields. Let's keep going. Oh, by the way, if you want to take a look at these Mongolian shields, I believe all you have to do is, oh, boy, let me get to the right picture here. You just have to, excuse me one second here. My screen is acting up here. You just type Mongolian shield inside Google, and I believe you should be able to see it. If I can pull it up over here. Yeah, there you go. Just type Mongol shield leather. And here you could actually take a pic. You could actually see what it looks like. I just put that inside Google's and images. So let's quickly continue here. Now, the question is, were these Mongolian people horsemen? Once again, absolutely accurate. Now remember, you could, if you were going to pick a group of people who are going to invade you, you could pick either by ship, they'll be riding on elephants, they'll come on foot, or on camel. But once again, the prophecy is absolutely accurate. The Mongols did in fact use horses. In fact, we see here that the horse was actually what the scholars say is their best weapon. So yes, the Mongolian invaders did in fact invade the Islamic world on horses. And again, don't worry about saving this getting this reference. It's all going to be in the description of this YouTube video. So that prophecy did in fact came true. Now, what about the last part? They talked about having shoes of hair. So did the Mongolians really do that? Yes, it's true. Once again, in the winter, the fur covers called the dekti were pulled over the boots. Boots, and then it goes on about it. But this is actually a reference about the Mongolian warriors. They did wear fur boots. So this is kind of a reference, meaning they came from the cold environment. So what we now have, in conclusion, what we have is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam prophesied that they were Oriental horsemen, Oriental people. They're going to be horsemen. They're going to come from a cold environment, meaning they're going to have some furry boots. Or I guess that the Hadith actually said they had hair, boots, boots of hair. And what's most astonishing here is that they will have leather shields. So as we can see, the Hadith which mentioned over here, every single description fits the Mongolian warriors. There definitely were a group of people like this who invaded the Islamic world. And they said that this last part, that they will be tying their horses to the date palm tree. Well, the date palm is actually a symbol of the Islamic world. I know everybody's familiar with the moon and the star, but also another symbol of the Islamic world is actually the date palm tree, meaning they will invade the Islamic world. And I can give you a reference on that, but which I could probably get for you right here. All right. Now let's deal with some quick objections. Some people say that the Mongolian warriors were Gog and Magog. There's no evidence for that. That is complete conjecture, and it actually contradicts the Hadith. They are not Gog and Magog. Some people say, I won't believe anything unless the Hadith physically say Mongols. It's got to say that. Well, we don't actually have to. It doesn't actually have to say Mongols. As we can see here, we can rephrase a prophecy that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam prophesied that after him, the Muslims will fight a people with the following characteristics: small eyes, wide faces, they will have leather shields, and they will be horsemen. And of course, they'll have hairy boots. Did that happen? Yes, it did. It did happen. Now, whether you want to call them Mongol or whoever, I don't care. But we know from history that a group of people really did attack the Islamic world like that 600 years after the prophecies. Were leather shields used during the time of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? There were some references to the Vikings using leather shields, but there were many different kinds of shields people could have used. A lot of them used bronze. A lot of them made material from iron. Just many different kinds of shields. So to guess the type of shield is still, once again, if you were to call it a guess, it would be an amazing guess. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know if you want to know. As I said, this is going to be a series, and I'm going to be posting many more hadith. So if you want to be updated, subscribe to my channel and let me know your thoughts inside the comments section below. And once again, thank you so much for listening.